understanding of Canada Health Infoway. I mean, we are talking about $300 million that is basically still missing. There was no answers here. I heard today that would be actually justifying anything more than what we actually found out over the last couple of weeks just by digging ourselves. There's reports today. We all of a sudden found out that there was like Health Infoway wasn't even keeping their website updated. I mean, that should kind of tell some indication of just how they ran programs, managed programs. And I think the more shocking testimony today was around how the chair of Canada Health Infoway, Dr. Vaughan, has not talked to our current health minister. I think that should be very concerning. This has been a very public kind of disposition we've been having here, and a conversation, and the media's picked up on it. Liberals have been trying to cover it up. They shut off the cameras once on us, tried to even find out to get the Auditor General in here, and we still haven't heard back from her. So there's lots of questions here, and there's lots of attention, and I think it would serve the Canadian public, and it would serve everyone here a lot better if we did get the minister in here and have her answer these very, very important questions. Because this is not just $300 million. This is a 10-year wreck. And unbelievable. And the I guess, complete disregard for the outcomes of this program is unbelievable. I cannot believe every time I open up a document and researching this program and how Canada Health Infoway has done in the last decade is just deplorable. And I'm getting lots of emails, lots of phone calls of very frustrated taxpayers and Canadians. How dare they pull this off? So with that, I fully support this motion. That's all I have to say about that.
Mr. A. Olson. Dr. A. Olson, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Chair. And I agree. This is all worth looking into. I'd like to move an amendment to this to remove and the Treasury Board of Canada Secretariat and remove within 2 weeks of the adoption or motion.
Amendment on the floor. So debate on the amendment. Madam Kononats, please go ahead.
Well, we're going to need to bring this information forward to the Canadian public. And unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks, we've had instances where we've had information that's been behind closed doors and that is won't be available to the Canadian public for 30 years. So let's not do that again. Let's get this information forward. So I can't support this amendment because people want to know now. And I know every MP around this table is wondering what happened to the $300,000 as my 300 million. Yeah, you're right. It's 300 million. Crazy. 300 million. And it's so wrong that we have testimony and witnesses that say it's okay, it's a success. We've lost 300 million, but it's a success. It is wrong. So let's get the health minister in here to answer questions. That's her job. And we need to get her in quickly because, again, this is going to be, I'm sure the media and Canadian people are going to want to know why the minister can't come in right away.
Okay. Mr. Blanchett, and then Dr. A. Olson.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. Écoutez, on a présentement un
Thank you very much, Chair. Now, unfortunately, the government is trying to underplay the accountability aspect of its actions. We're talking about $300 million, Mr. Chair, on a program that is coming to an end in a couple of weeks at the end of May. And now they're trying to remove the Treasury Board. Well, to explain to the people who are tuning in, the Treasury Board is the one signing the checks. They are managing the money. And now we're being told, well, we don't really have a lot of explanation from the colleagues, but the ones who are managing the money, they are not supposed to come here and explain to us when they make these decisions with financial management. So it's very relevant to have the Treasury Board because we're talking about public money, management, contracts, and canceling these contracts, transition, accountability. So, I mean, they need to be here. They are the ones making such decisions. So if you want to understand the admin and financial decisions around Prescribeit, the Treasury Board is a relevant witness. So deleting the Treasury Board would limit the committee's capacity to trace public funding and ensure accountability. And deleting 202 weeks, while you lose $300 million in a public prescription program, that doesn't seem to be a priority for the government. They're not interested in understanding what happened and what we can learn from these mistakes. So they don't want to have a deadline. That's what they want to delete that. So the motion, it can be we can keep kicking the can down the road. So after $300 million and a program that will come to an end soon, the committee, in my opinion, has to act with urgency. It's been a number of weeks, and you know this full well, that we're trying to ask questions and get information and documents from the government. So 2 weeks or at the earliest opportunity is what the motion I moved says. I think it's reasonable. Mr. Chair, the reason it's reasonable and it's important is that the Liberal government has added another scandal to the long list, Phoenix, ArriveCan. And I also would like to remind you, Curam. And now, today, another one is added to the list, Prescribeit. So the government is trying to sweep this under the rug, telling us it's not important to talk about this, that it's not necessary, that we shed light with independent public inquiries, despite the fact that we haven't hit the targets. So Mr. Enser told us today that for the program to be viable, the target rate was 75%, but they ended up with 5%, $300 million later. And the government doesn't find this important. They're not thinking we need to have an inquiry on this to get to the facts and to make sure that this will not happen again. Well, I invite the colleagues on the government side to be good financial managers. If we are to take inspiration from what the Prime Minister said, we need to do a better job of public financial management. That's not what they showed us in the latest budget. They came up to us with the largest deficit in Canadian history. So being good fiscal managers of public money and shedding light on the Prescribeit program is absolutely necessary. And this is a question I've been asking for a while, and I will share it with my colleagues, members of the committee, and with the entire population. The government must have known this at some point, that there were problems, because they did a study on viability of the program in 2023, but they continued, they kept investing. And 2 years later, in 2025, they took the decision to completely withdraw our share, if you will, in this program. So I would like us to be able to have these witnesses to explain their different actions, because after they decided to put an end to the program, there's another $10 million that got added to the bill. So I hope, Mr. Chair, that my colleagues will see reason. The motion, in my opinion, is completely reasonable and legitimate.
Dr. A. Olson, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And actually, there is merit to Mr. Blanchett Jonkas's statements. What I would like to propose as perhaps a friendly amendment is we're willing to remove the amendment about removing the secretariat. So the invitation would include the secretariat. However, given that the minister and the staff of the secretariat, have very busy schedules, it might be not feasible to come in 2 weeks. I would therefore like to amend the motion to simply say to remove the within 2 weeks.
We have an amendment on the floor. First, we have to decide the amendment. Then then you can propose another, okay? Unless I have a unanimous.
May I have
consent.
unanimous consent to remove my reference to the Secretariat?
Okay, if there's a unanimous consent, only then, otherwise, no long talk.
Monsieur le Président, juste une précision. après
Mr.
mon-
Chair, just to clarify, I mean, why was it not important to hear from the Treasury Board a couple of minutes ago, and why has it become important now? If you can explain that to us.
Olson.
Because on further consideration and listening to your arguments, it then made sense. And therefore, we decided to agree with this.
Okay, is there a unanimous consent? Yes. Yes. So, okay, Dr. A. Olson, continue. You have the floor.
Now that we have unanimous consent, I'm making the amended motion to remove 2 weeks from the motion.
Okay, unanimous consent? No? Okay, Mr. A. Olson, there's no unanimous consent. You want to continue the debate, or you have the floor?
Okay, before then I move we adjourn debate.
Okay, motion to adjourn the debate, clerk to take the vote. It's a non-debatable motion.
Ms. Jaczek,
In favor of the amendment. It's on the amendment.
It's on the amendment.
I'm in favor of the amendment.
So we are adjourning the debate on the amendment. So
Rappel au règlement, Monsieur le
then we'll
Président.
take the vote.
Point of order, Chair. Point of order.
amendment, we are back to the main motion.
Motion, yeah.
Oui.
We should just vote on the amendment. But if you want to adjourn the vote, I will take.
To the honorable members, because if we adjourn the debate on the amendment, then we cannot go back to the main motion, right? You see,
We debate the amendment
no,
because I moved the amendment.
we are voting on the amendment.
Oh, we're voting on the amendment?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so it's not the adjourn the debate.
It's not the adjourn the debate, it's to
voting on
vote
the
on that. Voting, okay. Is members very clear about this? That we are voting on the amendment, okay? Mr. Blanchard Janka, are you clear?
Très bon, Monsieur le Président, mais juste vous dire.
Very
que-
good, Mr. Chair. But I asked for the floor before you agreed to adjourn the debate.
No, he had the floor. Because as long as Dr. A. Olson had the floor, you are the next speaker on the line, but he is the one who has brought that forward. So he has the right as the honorable member to bring that forward, and I'm following the standing orders. Okay, thank you. So with that, let's vote and continue.
Amendment.
Okay,
Okay,
Mr. Blanchett Janka.
Oui, Monsieur le Président, j'en comprends que là, vous voulez.
Mr. Chair, so you want to adjourn debate? You don't want us to continue talking about the amendment?
That's a motion on the floor, then it's a non-debatable.
we are voting on the amendment, not adjourn the debate.
No, we are voting on the amendment right now, right? And then we will come to the motion as amended. Right? Clear? Then we'll come to the motion as amended. Okay, so let's take the vote. The honorable members are very clear that we'll take the vote on the amendment. Please go ahead,
Mr.
Madam
Elson,
Clerk.
Yes.
Ms. Jaczek,
Yes.
Mr. Rana,
Yes.
Mr. Sawatsky,
Yes.
Ms. Fancy,
Yes.
Ms. Sidhu,
Yes.
Ms. Conans,
No.
Mr. Gill,
No.
Mr. Mazier,
No.
Mr. Strauss, Mr. Blanchet Jonca,
Non.
So the amendment is carried. We are back to motion as amended. Mr. Blanchett Jonica.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Président. Écoutez,
Thank you, Chair. Well, colleagues from the government are trying to protect the minister's agenda, so I'd like to congratulate them on that. But I am going to also move or question the amendment. Would it be satisfactory for the government if we say a month? I mean, is that urgent enough for the minister to appear? I'm happy to go until the parliamentary sitting period. So I would like us to come to an agreement and make sure that at least we have the people we are inviting by the end of this parliament, before the summer break rather, which is June 19th.
We have Dr. A. Olson on the list.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have no idea what the current schedule is of the health minister. The health minister may have other commitments that are unbreakable. We do not want to put the health minister in any position that she would be unable to attend in any timeline. We agree that the health minister should come, but a timeline at this point would be unworkable.
Okay, thank you. I have Mr. Mazier and then Madam Konats.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I think before the summer break, I think is more than adequate time. That'll give her almost 2 months. So I would support that amendment, and I think that sends a very clear signal that we understand that she's a very busy minister, but there's some pretty serious things that she needs to clear up here as well. And I think 2 months is lots of time for her to come here.
Okay, Madam Konats.
Yes, I support what my colleague just said, and it really is respecting her timelines, but she needs to be available for this committee, and that should be within before we stop sitting for the summer. And I would appreciate, I think all Canadians would appreciate her coming to this committee and explaining what happened with Prescribeit.
Mr. Gill.
Chair, we are here to shine a light on what happened. We're talking about $300 million. This is not chump change. This is where hardworking people, without question, paid their taxes. They deserve answers. And the least the minister can do is find some time to get here and answer those questions. This is not an unreasonable request. And to put it off indefinitely, more than a month or 2 months, is absolutely unacceptable. This is not what the Canadian people expect or deserve, more importantly. There has to be a time frame set out to say this is the timeline where you can come in and say this is what we need from you. 2 months is more than enough, especially after what we've heard today. So I would humbly pray to you and the colleagues on the other side that please find a way in your hearts to go tell the Minister of Health to come back and testify here, as well as the Treasury Secretary.
First thing first, the motion is out of order, but I let it go. So let's take a vote and get it out of the way. I think we have enough to skip. Amendment. The amendment is out of the way. You want me to read it? But I mean, I think it's better.
We have the amendment. You have the floor, and
appel au règlement.
Point of order.
All an amendment is out of order procedurally if it originates with the mover of the main motion.
Okay.
Appel au règlement.
We'll do it.
Okay, I'll move it. So I move that a motion. So would that put it back in order?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
thank you.
I move it.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Max.
So any more debate?
So now it's back to.
But suspend?
I need to talk about this. You made some interesting points.
2 minutes? Okay. Should we let the witnesses go? I think because we are already past there. So I will release the witnesses. Thank you very much on behalf of the committee for your participation. Okay, suspended.